We're good to go.
Has anyone seen Nate Shapiro? He hasn't come into the office in, like, 15 years.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you don't believe in mermaids, then what is this right here? Huh? Okay, you three, strip to the waist and let's get started. Kidding! Please don't! You all take care of those screws now. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
the 24-hour Wicker Store, because there's no telling when you'll need a wicker fix.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's see what happens.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To get started, let's talk about sext. Which of these sext messages would a sexting sexton be most likely to send to his significant other? This church graveyard is making me so horny right now. I'm wearing my construction hat and nothing else. My penis is starting to look like a skyscraper I once designed. Or, get ready, I'm sending you a pic of my junk yard. Watch the clock. Player 1. Player 2. A sexton is a church official responsible for maintaining the church property and performing related duties, such as digging graves. Yeah, and I bet he likes to do it in the rectory.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
I call this one. Sure, the Vice Lords are dangerous, but can they dance? And you just wandered into dis or dat territory. Player 1. Not such a great score there. Why don't you play this dis or dat? I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a gang listed on the FBI's National Gang Threat Assessment, or a boy band. If it's a gang, press the square button. If it's a boy band, press the circle button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Lock in your answers before Player 1, because if Player 1 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the cash. Alrighty then, here it comes. Backstreet Boys. 10 Mile Boys. D-Boys. Pop It Off Boys. Boyzone. Hot Boys. Star Boys. You did pretty badly there. I'm sick of boy bands getting all the attention over girl groups. I mean, what's NSYNC got that One Direction doesn't? Those girls are talented and attractive.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
May I introduce Just Trolling. Why were the 3 billy goats gruff so gruff? It's not easy being a baby goat. It's not easy being a lady goat. It's not easy being a boy goat. Or it's not easy being a castrated goat. Players 2 and 3. Player 1. A billy goat is a male goat. It's not easy, especially since goats don't wear pants and everyone can see your billy goat stuff. Pucker up for over easy in 60 seconds. So recently, I've switched over to only eating cage-free eggs. I was just feeling so guilty about eating eggs from an animal that wasn't allowed the simple luxury of moving around a few inches in a hot, crowded barn all day. In fact, I've been thinking I should extend my cage-free policy to other things in my life, like movies. So tell me, if I only wanted to consume Nicolas Cage-free movies, what film would it be okay for me to watch? Adaptation, Kick-Ass, The Expendables 2, or The Wicker Man? Player 3. Nick Cage was an adaptation, Kick-Ass, and The Wicker Man, but The Expendables 2 is Nicolas Cage-free, making it fine for me to watch. I know going Nicolas Cage-free is the moral thing to do, but I'm gonna have to find some way to supplement my life with all the random screaming I'm missing. Player 2. Ow. Player 1. No, not the Wicker Man! But you can be a Wicker Man or lady with a pair of wicker socks from the 24-hour Wicker store. A tisket, a tasket, your feet will feel like they're in a basket. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. It's time for Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Seen on the cover of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 1. While many celebrities and world leaders grace the cover of the iconic album cover, Einstein can barely be seen over John's right shoulder. Although, to be fair, if you squint, Ringo sort of looks like a kangaroo. Player 2. Can't do anything right, can you? Player 3. That answer has a hole in it. That about does it for round 1. And player 1 is winning, and with a nice little wad of cash to boot. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And I want to see some screwing. I didn't hand them out for my health. Try this on for size. Buzzkill feed. What would be included in a BuzzFeed article, 12 people who are totally named Buzz? A gif of the first person to walk on the moon, a gif of the second person to walk on the moon, a gif of the third person to walk on the moon, or a gif of the last person to walk on the moon? Player 3, Player 2. Buzz Aldrin was the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. You also might find him in the BuzzFeed article, 15 people who wanted to murder Neil Armstrong. Player 1. Player 3.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next up, when you wish upon a dead, shriveled hand. Suppose instead of wishing on a star, Geppetto made a wish using the monkey's paw from the famous short story. What might happen to Pinocchio? He'd come to life for 24 hours, then revert back to a puppet. He'd come to life, then Geppetto would get 6 more wishes. He'd come to life, but there would be terrible consequences, or he would not come to life at all. Player 2, do something! Player 3, get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Players 1 and 2. In the short story The Monkey's Paw, a couple is given a magical monkey's paw that grants wishes, but every wish comes at a terrible price. That's why I never trust monkeys with wishes. If I ever hire a monkey, it's to dress up in a tuxedo, play the cymbals, and eat bugs out of my hair. That's it.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one for you. Let's get ready to crumble.
Cookie fortune, cookie messages.
Okay, for this next question. Oh, great, the lights went out. We could be here for a while. Luckily, I always keep a flashlight, bottled water, and a giant bag of fortune cookies. Okay, let's see what she says. It's better to have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yeah, obviously. But for which of these characters is this advice too late? A Clockwork Orange's Alex, The Catcher in the Rye's Holden, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest's McMurphy, or A Streetcar Named Desire's Blanche? Player 1. At the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy is lobotomized before being mercifully suffocated by the chief. Spoiler alert for a 1975 movie.
Okay, Cookie, the power is back on. Cookie? Cookie? I'm right behind you, Bob. Cookie, don't try to suffocate me with a pillow again. You're lost.
Player 3. Player 2. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Here's one I like to call Wile E. Conspiracy. Suppose Wile E. Coyote is chasing Roadrunner around the Texas School Book Depository building. If he falls out the window from where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly shot John F. Kennedy, what will you hear? Player 3, where's that? Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. You got it. No, you didn't. Superlative use of the screw, Player 3. You want even more cash? Player 2. Player 3. The totally accurate and untainted Warren Report claimed that Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. Of course, witnesses claim they saw a completely different coyote fall off the grassy knoll down the street, and the Warren Report still stands by the ridiculous single anvil theory. And on its way, cinephile dysfunction. Let's say some old guy pops a Viagra and then sits down to watch an insanely long porno. According to the official Viagra website, at what point should he immediately call a doctor if he still has an erection? The 2-hour mark of dong with the wind? The 4-hour mark of Dr. Player 3? Come on, it's not that hard. Players 1 and 2? The official Viagra website states that if you have an erection that lasts over 4 hours, you should call a doctor immediately. Hey, it's clear that the old guy from the question isn't me, right? It's some other person. Yeah, it's just totally not me. And that's why it's funny, because it's a completely different person who doesn't resemble me at all. That's good. That's good writing. Step right up to the jack attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. $2,000 if you're right, but you lose $2,000 if you're wrong. And one more thing.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Oh, hey, did I ever mention I killed my own brother? Sometimes brothers just don't get along. Good luck. and takes it! Player 1, you really taught those other two a lesson today, didn't you? Now, if you could just explain what they're doing hanging out with you, I'd be really impressed. In the meantime, keep telling yourself,
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm here to tell you that the book is never better than the movie. All books are terrible. Boy, you know what's odd? You all look like the middle child. There are your screws to get you started. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Indoor sunglasses. Why wear normal outdoor sunglasses when you're trying to look cool indoors? Why, it's two totally different things.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Okay, no turning back.
Get ready, time for question.
Let's begin with... Waiter, there's a fly in my ascending colon. Say a coroner were to perform an autopsy on the dead body of the old lady from the children's song, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. What disgusting thing would he probably not find after cutting her stomach open? Partially digested spider bits, chewed up dog chunks, saliva-covered pig parts, or horse remains? Check, please. Player 1. You mean like you would find a jar of peanut butter? True story. I read an article. It was begging to be picked. In the poem, the old lady swallows a spider, a dog, and a horse. Also a bird, a cat, a goat, and a cow. And then she dies. But she never swallows a pig. Because after all, she is still a lady.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Coming up next, it's all fun and games till someone loses a tooth, and it's a this or dat. Player 2, that score is embarrassing. Play this this or dat and make me proud. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a Rubik's Cube spin-off toy, you know, like Rubik's Tower, a Colgate toothbrush, or both. If it's a Rubik's toy, press the square button. If it's a Colgate toothbrush, press the circle button. And if you think it's both, press X. Now, the rest of you need to hear this. Lock in your answers before player 2 does, and if player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. Okay, let's move. Twist! Snake! 360! Revolution! Wave! Void! Wisp! I'm afraid you have dumbgivitis. The Rubik's Cube actually gave me a great solution for all my unfortunate dental problems. White stickers over my teeth.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Why not try music to get lucky to? Why do those two guys in the band Daft Punk wear those giant helmets? To hide their weird Canadian faces? To hide their weird French faces? To hide their weird German faces? Or to hide their weird Irish faces? Players 1 and 3? 9! Player 2? Thomas Bangalter and Guy Mama de Who French stuff blah 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 of Daft Punk are French. And I haven't actually seen their faces, but they must be weird, right? Anyone whose face you never see, gotta have a super weird face. And I should know. Take a good look at Area 151. Suppose U.S. government scientists got confused during the Manhattan Project and instead of an atomic bomb, developed a giant Manhattan. What might the newspaper headlines have read when the weapon was being tested in Nevada? Nevada soaked in vodka. Nevada covered in whiskey. Nevada doused with sake. Or Nevada drenched in gin. Player 3, good effort. Good effort. Players 1 and 2. Whoa! Oh, that was nice. It's so obvious. A Manhattan is a drink made with whiskey, vermouth, bitters, and a cherry. I say make drinks, not war. Although another couple drinks and I may want to fight someone. Take a stab at 15-year-old spoiler alert. What part of the film The Sixth Sense is its denouement? When you find out he was dead the whole time? When he's shot, hinting he'd be dead the whole time? The credits after you learn he was dead the whole time? Or it didn't have one, but he was dead the whole time? Player 2, watch the time. Players 1 and 3. Interesting choice. Player 2. The denouement of a story is when the various plot threads are drawn together and explained or resolved, like the reveal at the end of The Sixth Sense, when you learn that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. And if you get to this game's denouement, you'll find out I've been dead this whole time. Right, Bob?
Did everyone hear a noise from the sound booth? The old abandoned one that hasn't been used since the 90s? Nobody? Huh. Must have just been my imagination.
We've finished round 1, and player 4 is at the head of the pack. This could get interesting. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And don't forget, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Okay, we're bringing it on. Up next, you don't know Jackman. Say Hugh Jackman wanted to increase his value as an actor by altering his hue. In color terms, what would increase his value the most? Lightening the hue of his skin, darkening the hue of his hair, intensifying the hue of his eyes, or adding new shades to the hue of his wardrobe? Players 1 and 2. Value is defined as the relative lightness or darkness of a color or hue. The more light the color, the higher the value. But I don't think Hugh Jackman should lighten his skin. I mean, I like him a lot, but that dude is already one of the whitest people in the world. Enough is enough. Player 3.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Try this on for size. Buying donuts at Whole Foods. And your money hole will get an extra 1,000 for a right answer.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
Put these things in order of fewest to most holes. The Masters Tournament, a recorder, Clyde Barrow's corpse. Recorder, the Masters, Clyde Barrow, recorder, the Masters, recorder, Clyde Barrow, the Masters, or the Masters, Clyde Barrow, recorder. Hello? Player 3. Player 1. Hey, way to be wrong! Here's what a right answer looks like. A recorder has 7 holes, Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde officially had 17 bullet holes, and the Masters Tournament, the entire golf tournament, has 72 holes. I've actually been shot 17 times myself, yet I still keep going back to Florida.
Follow me down to the sea.
Say hello to Symbol Simon. Which of these famous emblems resembles a letter in the Norwegian alphabet? The Batman symbol, the Apple logo, the Ghostbusters symbol, or the Chevrolet symbol? Player 2? No. Player 3?
Swing and a miss.
Player 1. The Ghostbusters symbol has a ghost peeking through a circle with a line through it, which is called an O/ in the Norwegian alphabet. There's even an O/ in the Norwegian word for ghost. The people of Norway are truly ikke redd for noen spøkelser. Here's a good one. The angle of my dangle. So, for this next question, you're going to need a protractor, a slice of pimento loaf, and...
Oh, pardon me, ma'am.
Old man? Why don't you look where you're going? What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, sorry, Corky. I was just lost in thought. There's this thing I just can't remember. It's on the tip of my...
Tongue.
No, thanks. I just ate.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that scroody-up-doodly-doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scooty-up-doo. I forget.
All right, old man, let's see if we can help. Who is it that you can't remember?
Not who, son. What? See, I can picture it, but it's kinda cloudy. You know, like my dead eye. Let's see. It was a show on the TV. I think it was about some police people. And there was a pretty blonde gal in it. And the sergeant fella used to be in outer space. What was that show?
Is it Hill Street Blues, NYPD Blue, TJ Hooker, or Adam 12? Time's almost up. Player 1. Was it NYPD Blue, old man?
Nope. Don't think it was.
Okay. Players 2 and 3. Was it TJ Hooker, old man?
Yes! Oh boy, that was it! Yep, my favorite show, TJ Hooker, starring William Shatner.
That's Shatner, old man. Shatner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Corky. Can you smell it?
Smell what? What do you...
Gotta go change my nappy. See you later.
Here's one I like to call, a woman needs a man like a catfish needs a bicycle. Who gets catfished in the French play Cyrano de Bergerac? Cyrano, Babette, Christian, or Roxanne? Player 2? Hate to disappoint you, but... Wait, no I don't. Players 1 and 3? There's no one named Babette in Cyrano de Bergerac. Smart people choose this. Catfishing is wooing someone, usually over the internet, with a false identity. In Cyrano de Bergerac, giant-nosed Cyrano uses his words but Christian's handsome face to woo the unsuspecting Roxanne. It's a great play. I want to watch it with my internet girlfriend Claudia, but she still can't afford to visit me. I guess I'll have to send her more money. Brace yourself for the attack. When... I see you don't need me for anything. It's all yours. You only live forever once. What made these people immortal? Good luck. with the win! You know, player one, that win was like a school bus. Clunky and slow, but it still got you there. And from the looks of players 2 and 3, we're sitting in the back where it's really bumpy. So remember...
You don't know